Imagine waking up feeling energized, balanced, in tune with your body. What if you could align your lifestyle, your daily activities, like working, like meals or workouts, to your natural rhythms? Well, if you're interested, then I'd like to introduce you as cycle syncing. When I heard the first time about cycle sync, I thought it's going to be about the myth that female that are close to each other, that are living together, or maybe they're best friends and spend a lot of time together, that they have their periods at the same time, but no. Cycle syncing is a holistic approach that aligns your lifestyle to the 4 phases of your menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle is divided into 4 phases, and each phase is characterized by hormonal fluctuations. And these fluctuations affects your mood, energy, metabolism, and aligning your lifestyle to your menstrual cycle can enhance your well-being. And of course, cycle syncing is not only about physical activities, it's not only about lifestyle, it's about understanding your body needs and honoring them. Hey, what cycle syncing mean? Cycle syncing means that you would live, work out, work, socialize based on your menstrual cycle, on the phase of your menstrual cycle. By adjusting habits like accordingly, women can really support their bodies more effectively. What are the benefits of cycle thinking? Of course, by cycle thinking, you might have more balanced energy levels. You might improve your productivity, improve your mood, and you might have a better workout performance and reduce your PMS symptoms. But what I want you to understand is that cycle syncing is a great method to optimize your life, optimize your lifestyle, but not to solve any problems that you may have with your cycle. Like if you have a regular cycle, if you have a heavy flow or maybe severe pain during your periods, then you need to go to a doctor and have a medical evaluation, but not to cycle sync. You can try cycle syncing if you have a regular menstrual cycle. And another thing that I wanted to mention is that if you're taking birth control pills, then cycle syncing is not for you. Because if you are on birth control pills, you don't have these hormonal fluctuations, you don't have 4 phases menstrual cycle, and your hormones are the same every day of the month. If you have decided to cycle think, it's crucial to track your menstrual cycle. And I would recommend not only point the first day of your cycle and the last day of your period, but also I would recommend you to mark every symptom that you may have during your cycle. First of all, because it will help you to indicate the ovulation, and of course it will help you to understand in which phase of cycle you are right now. Marking every symptom that you might have during the cycle will help you to make cycle thinking more personalized, because you wouldn't just follow tips from the internet not knowing why, but you would know what symptoms you want to correct and what you need to do for that. And it would be nice to track menstrual cycles several months before start cycle thinking. Because of course you would know in which phase you are and what you can experience, but of course it's not really necessary. You might start cycle thinking and with the time make it more personalized. So cycle syncing is working by adjusting your exercise, your self-care, your nutrition, your work, your creativity to your menstrual cycle phases. And now let's talk specifically about each phase. And the first phase is a menstrual phase. Also, menstrual phase is associated with the winter season. Menstrual phase lasts from the first day of your cycle and up to the 7th day of a cycle. Menstrual phase is time for rest and recovery. It's kind of a time for hibernation. That's why it's associated with the winter. During this phase,
Nourish your body with warm, iron, vitamin B12, omega-3 enriched foods. And even though menstrual phase is time for rest, it doesn't mean that you should lay in your bed for the whole day. It's a great time for gentle activities like yoga, walking, or stretching.
The next phase is a follicular phase of a cycle, which is associated with spring. This is a time when estrogen rises and you have a boosting energy. This is a great time to be engaged in more intense workouts like cardio, HIIT, resistance training, dancing. This is a good time to build muscle mass. When it comes to work, it's a great time for tasks that require mental clarity and focus. This is a great time to start new projects and to try new things. You might feel more sociable, so it's a great time of the month to plan social events, work meetings, or even a date nights. During the follicular phase, it's beneficial to focus on foods that support hormone balance, energy levels, and overall health. This includes lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, and of course a variety of vegetables, fruits, and green leaves. And the next one is ovulatory phase, and usually it's from 15th to 17th day of a cycle. Ovulatory phase is when you have a hormonal peak, and this time of the month is when you have a peak energy and a peak of social confidence. So this is a time to embrace group activities, competitive sports, and any type of high intensity activities. Ovulatory phase is the most fertile time of the month, so if you're trying to conceive, this is the best time for date nights. Ovulatory phase, it's time to eat healthy fats, high water content foods, and antioxidants. After ovulation comes the luteal phase. Luteal phase is typically from day 18th up to day 28th of menstrual cycle. Luteal phase is when progesterone rises, and by the end of this phase, if no pregnancy occurs, progesterone will drop, and after this, your menstruation will begin. Luteal phase is when your estrogen level is low and progesterone level is rising, so these hormonal changes can sometimes lead to mood swings, to irritability, or to feeling anxious. Also, you might have a low energy level. So, as well as menstruation, luteal phase is time for relaxation, recovery, and low intensity activities. Luteal phase is a time for activities that promote relaxation and well-being, such as journaling, meditation, or warm baths. Try to minimize stressful situations and find healthy ways to manage stress. During luteal phase, focus on gentle movements like walking, yoga, or stretching. Consider lighter weight training with more repetitions. And it's a great time to be engaged in restorative activities like pilates, tai chi. Eat magnesium-rich foods such as dark chocolate, nuts, seeds. It will help you with PMS symptoms and it will reduce anxiety. Food enriched with vitamins B will help you manage mood swings. Increase fiber intake to aid digestion. Well, thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you found it very helpful and I can't wait to see you soon in the next one. Bye.